Hey, good evening. It's about 7:10 where I am in the world. Hey, I just wanted to come on and just talk about briefly, and to remind everyone that's in within my listening voice, that we only have one life to live. I was talking to my mentee this morning and or earlier in the afternoon, and just some encouraging words, and she was like, Miss Katrina, you just gave me chills. And I said, about what? And I didn't realize what I had spoken. I did, but I didn't. I kind of faded out a little bit. And she had mentioned I was talking to her and she was unsure of something. And I reassured her that, honey, we only have one life to live. And with that life, we have to make the best decisions for ourselves, right? And in making the best decisions, that means that we have to, wean out the distractions and we have to just really look at what our spirit, which is God, talking to us. And she said, I'm tuned into my, um, she said, I'm tuned into my consciousness or something she was speaking of. And I said, and she says, I know that it's something for me, something is speaking to me. And I said, well, that's your spirit. I called the spirit. And I said, it's, you're making your transition into something that is going to show you all your hard work. So, all the suffering, so to say, that you have gone through over the last couple of years and all the hard work that you have put in there. And we talk about God, and you're telling me that you're praying and you're listening and you're fasting, and all of a sudden, here it is, it's coming to you. And, it may not come in the way that we want it to come, but God speaks to us. And I was just saying, you have to be in tune to that. But on the other end, there was something else that she had mentioned that I recognized immediately as a distraction, and that distraction will take her off of her purpose. And so I said, even though it's shiny and it's bright and everything that look good, I said, but in the times that you have gone through up until this point, you're crying out, you're talking to God, you're getting your answers. This part of it wasn't there. And this is how you recognize that it's a distraction. But anyway, with that being said, I reminded her and I also spoke to myself that we only have one life to live. And so, even though we are on this journey, and I remember my father when when I was younger, but he had mentioned that he had went out to California and he had, did some things, and his vision was for him to do something else. And then something happened to where it brought him back to Michigan. And in bringing him back, it wasn't, he thought that that was his life's purpose when he went out there to Chicago, to California. And I said, well, Daddy, what was it? He said, well, it wasn't meant and it wasn't purpose for me. And so I came back and I had other things to do. And before he found his passion for what he wanted, he had to, um, do several other like jobs and do the things that he had to do. And before he got married, he had to prepare himself. So with that being said, I'm saying we only have one life to live, and and all in our living, we have to enjoy what it is. We have to make memories, right? We have to do all the things that we have to do. Because I say this: once we pass away from this physical life that we have, we can't take our memories. I don't think we get to take our memories. We don't get to take our most prized possessions that we have on this physical planet, this physical earth with us. If, when you go to be, if you choose cremation, if you choose burial, or you choose whatever way, you don't have all your prized possessions with you that you have obtained over the years of your living. And what you die with is your memories and your adventures and all of the things. And if you are so blessed to be able to put it down where someone can read your story later on, or even repeat the stories that you have repeated to them, or your excited adventures in life, those are the joys to be able to maybe help someone on their journey, or give them ideas to do this, or give them enlightenment on some other end of things. But I say that all to say we have to stop worrying. And you're hearing it from me because I used to be a worrier. I used to be a person who worried all the time. And it stressed me to the point to where I really didn't move forward in the things that I really wanted to do, if that makes sense. I would just shut down. and I shut down in ways of wanting to protect certain things that I thought that I was protecting. But in all actuality, I was sort of harming myself. And I say now, at the age that I am now, is to live your life and live it to the best of your ability. Do the right things, make the right choices, And I say, if you feel like going and taking a road trip and you and your buddy or whatever else, go take the road trip. Don't have any apprehensions about anything. Just do what you have to do. Form the memories, have the adventures, do the best. Because like I said, you cannot your life's um let me say your life's attainments, the things that you attain in life are for you and your memories and for those you enjoy with. But for those things like money, jewelry, your prized possessions, your children, those things you cannot take with you when you pass away and go into the next life, the next afterlife, if that makes sense. And this is, of course, all of what I think. This is my opinion about the situation and when you're dying and all of these things and what happens on the other side. I don't know what happens on the other side. All I know is what's happening right now. So if you're full of regret, take out the regret. If you're fearful from doing something, take the fear out of it and go ahead and do it. If you are hesitant or anything that surrounds you that is negative, that's pushing you towards not doing something or fulfilling what it is in your life that you want to fulfill, take it out of it. Take it out and just for once say, you know what? I'm not going to have any thoughts about it. Let me go ahead and do this. If you want to, just like I was just talking to her today, I know what my past years have brought me when in working in the social service agencies, right? And doing this and starting up a nonprofit on two ends and just doing this, right? And so now I'm at a space in my life, well, I'm doing it for myself. I don't want to be able to um, talk to someone else about my existence and my my payments and all of these. God has given me what I need coming into this world, just as he or she is giving you that same ability, purpose, talent, or maybe your talent is different. Maybe you want to open up a cupcake shop, right? But your cupcakes got this ingredient and make it special. This cupcake over here got this ingredient. You could do it how you want to, several different ways, if that makes sense. I use cupcakes because I don't know why I'm thinking about cupcakes right now. That's fat. But anyway, I want a cupcake. But anyway, I'm just saying. And also, I'm impressed. I follow this young man on YouTube, and he has the most it's a simple life, and he is living on his family property. It's his, I guess he owns it, and he has some animals. And I love the fact that he gets up early in the morning and he sits out and he prays, he does what he does, and you hear the birds chirping, you hear the life coming together before the sun rise, right? And here's the birds, here's the things that know that it's letting you know that it's morning time. Well, I said I watch him and he is so funny to me. He's funny to a whole lot of his channel is growing. He's called the Hood Hillbilly, and he's something else. He's funny, but he has these animals, and it's just he and his animals. But he posts his life, and he has a simple life, and he says that he's happy, and as he's growing, he's changing, and I think that's what it is that attracted me to his channel. First of all, his goat is called Billy Earl. It's the funniest thing. And poor Billy Earl, he just calls all kind of and creates all kind of havoc. You have to look him up. His name is Hood Billy. It's called his Hood Billy, seriously. And his pets have, names like hood names. It is so funny. But I noticed that, he's a father and he's working around and he's straightening up his property and things like that in preparation for his kids and just doing what he's doing. And when he feel like going fishing, him and his sister or just him by himself, he goes fishing. He's a man. He's a hard worker. And I respect that of him. I respect that he gets up and he doesn't sit down. He's working. He's trying to find his happiness, or he has found his happiness, his peace. and he don't want it to be disturbed. And he shares that with us. And I'm so happy that he does that. But anyway, with that being said, we only get one life. We have to enjoy the life that God, the physical life that we have been given. Whatever issues that you're dealing with, uh, deal with it in the right ways. But also, I always say, if you're dealing with an issue with someone has harmed you, forgive them so you can live your life. Forgive them so you can live your life. Forgiveness is for you, not for that person. The forgiveness is for you and not for that person so you can live a free life. And with that said, I thank you. Peace and blessings. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Those words are so, so, so important. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who will, right? So, with that being said, peace and blessings. And until the next time, be blessed. Be sure to put a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. If you want to share, share. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I appreciate you so much. Peace and blessings. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.